Honor, so well, first of all, my motion is a motion for mistrial, based on the actions of the prosecutor. My objection initially to the item was that it contained hearsay. The state representative at the bench said it was not hearsay. There was no hearsay contained in it. We did not address the issue of what the state already knew, which is that there was a phone number attached to it that she was going to try to elicit testimony from this witness about who that phone number belonged to. That, in and of itself, is speculation, but it's certainly hearsay. The document can't authenticate itself. I believe the site for that proposition is Twiggs versus State. It's 315 Georgia Appeals 191. So this witness can't look at a document and say that it says this.
Ball out, what up? Share this video.
From Justin Cobb's
we getting straight to
Instagram
it.
Or social media posting.
Share this video, ball out.
So that was my objection. I believe the objection was well founded. I believe the state purposely put that up there after misrepresenting as to whether or not it contained any hearsay in it. And based on that, I would move for mistrial.
May I respond?
Yeah, man.
Judge, the
Hazy, what up? Share this video, man. Give me lit. You know what I mean? Young Thug Rico case, man. I think they're gonna call a mistrial on this.
Yes.
The judge tired of it. The judge tired of it. The judge tired of it. I'm tired of it. The world tired of it.
First,
Free them boys.
Objects to a mistrial. Second, Your Honor, what Mr. Adams indicated that he did not want on here were the comments with there it is.
Yeah,
okay.
The comments generally being all of the writing on the right side of the picture.
Your Honor.
And so I said to you, is any of it hearsay? Is any of it being offered for the truth? And you said no.
Your Honor, what I was asking the witness to do is to tell what was of significance to that number and what he did in terms of finding out and corroborating information that he obtained, because he obtained phone records. I don't intend that this evidence or this exhibit will prove or show that this is Justin Cobb's phone number.
You're asking him that?
No, Your Honor. I'm asking him, and I understand the court, I'm asking him what handle it's next to, and Your Honor, what he did after seeing what he saw on this social media page.
You represented at the bench that none of this, that being the writing on the right side of the picture, which we're all squinting at because it's tiny on the piece of paper, and so I am relying upon you to actually be honest with the court and opposing counsel so that we can deal appropriately with the evidentiary issue. Was any of it being offered for the truth? And you said no, and then you turned around, and after it was admitted over the overruling of the hearsay objection based on the representation that nothing was being offered for its truth, you drew the witness's attention to the phone number and tried to have the witness testify to whose phone number it was. If that is not offered for the truth, what is it?
Your Honor, it explains what steps he next took. It wasn't that he sat there and took this phone number and said, okay, this is just a class phone number. He went and sought records based on what he saw on this social media post. So it's not, this post can't prove anything, but I do expect that the witness will testify based on what he saw, regardless, because it's a legitimate.
Why can't you just, at the bench, when you know that the reason you're offering it is for the phone number, and then to ask the witness other questions about what he did based on that phone number and seeing that phone number, say to everybody so that we know what we're dealing with, you know, it's this phone number, and then I'm going to ask him XYZ about the phone number, and then we'll know what we're dealing with.
Because my understanding that what was being objected to was not the phone number, was the comments that was the words, Your Honor. And again, this piece of evidence does not prove anything, as anybody would be able to say. But when he saw this on Justin Cobb's page, or a picture of Justin Cobb next to what he believed to be Justin Cobb's handle, he sought additional information. The entire process. I'm sorry, what, Your Honor?
I mean, that is included within what you're now calling comments, all of them just being.
And I asked at the bench, what comments they were asserting was hearsay, Your Honor. I literally
And
asked that.
I asked at the bench, is any of this being offered for its truth?
And Your Honor, it's being offered to explain DDA Sprinkle's actions that he took next. Your Honor, these records have been collected as part of what he did in this investigation. He was asked on cross-examination, did he take particular steps to corroborate what was given to him in certain interviews? That was the preceding question before I asked him about this particular post. So the state intended and intends to introduce the records that DDA Sprinkle produced or obtained after seeing this post. This post can't suffice to prove that that is Justin Cobb's number. This post only explains why DDA Sprinkle got the number and why it was significant to him in this investigation, where his steps and actions are being questioned.
But you know, Judge, we don't get there. I hear what the state's saying, and it's disingenuous because we don't get to the second step that they're talking about, what records he procured and why he did what he did, unless we go through the hearsay statement that's contained in the portion that I objected to. And the court is accurate. I was there, and I asked for everything that was on the right side, all of the verbiage to be. I said that was hearsay. The state said it was not. It clearly is, because to ask him that specific question, I mean, listen, none of us are obtuse. It is what it is. I think that the state was disingenuous about it. The state's being very slippery in regards to their response to the court's questions. I think it's willful, and I think a mistrial is appropriate. And I'm asking.
I can't figure out what it is. If it's disingenuous, if it is that, I don't want to malign the prosecutor standing in front of me right now, so I'm not going to say the possible things that it could be, but it is baffling to me that somebody with the number of years of experience that you have, time after time after time, continues to seemingly purposefully hide the ball to the extent you possibly can for as long as you possibly can. And I really don't want to believe that it is purposeful, but honestly, after a certain number of times, you start to wonder how it could be anything but that, unless it is just that you are so unorganized that you are throwing this case together as you try it. And I am sorry to say that, but this case is being made much more difficult for everybody because of the haphazard way in which it is being presented. I'm going to take a recess for a few minutes. I'll have a ruling when I get back.
Smartest people on earth know how to spot a good deal. That's why they shop.
Good God Almighty. Y'all heard it, man. Y'all heard it firsthand. Let me get this straightened out. Let me get the camera straightened out. Y'all heard it firsthand, man. What do you think? You know, the judge is pissed off with the fact that the state's attorney is putting a case together. She don't have no case. She brought all these weird-ass dudes up there to testify against the man. They hiding, withholding evidence away from his defense, man. This case is truly bullshit. The case is the case is gibberish. You know what I mean? This is a put together case against that boy Thug, man, and messing up his life, and they wasting all Georgia money, keeping the jury away from their jobs, man. This is unbelievable. And I feel like Thug gonna get a mistrial. Because any judge that ain't throwing a case out right now it don't make sense. You know what I mean? I guess the judge and the prosecutor kind of like on each other's side. They kind of like work hand in hand. So a judge just overdoing it will be messed up just to go against the grain. But enough be enough. Enough is enough, man. That man been locked up all this time, yo. And y'all literally don't have no case on that boy. they literally don't have a case on Thug, bro. They don't have a case. Now, some of the witnesses saying some wild shit, but overall, there's nothing that a jury gonna sit up there and play with. And if you ask me, I think Young Thug should if he get a mistrial and she choose to bring him back to trial, I wouldn't pick 12. I'd do a judge trial. I'd do a judge trial. I'd do a judge trial if I was Thug, I'd do a judge trial. Straight up. I'd do a judge trial. I'd do a judge trial. Because at the end of the day, in my life of getting locked up, I never seen. Look how that Dolph murder trial was. You know what I mean? Man, that shit was open and closed, bro. They don't be taking all this. Ain't no motherfucking white people. Jeffrey Dahmer trial. Whatever y'all got, put it on the table. Whatever y'all don't got, we put. It can't go on the table, man. And my defense is here to win. My defense is here to win, man. And I feel like Thug defense was there to win. You know what I mean? And I feel like they kicking that state's attorney ass, man. She just don't want to let it go. She just don't want to let it go. Imagine being locked up and then somebody fucking custody that don't got a case. You know what I mean? They don't got a case. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. They don't got a case, man. They don't got a case, bro. You know what I mean? They don't got a case. Just imagine being locked up, man, and they don't have a case. Just imagine being locked up going on 2 motherfucking years, being in trial over fucking, this what, man, fucking 6 months or something? News cameras in your face all fucking day long. Getting up for court 5 days a week, being in court all day. With a state's attorney going home and figuring out the case. So, we want to say, you know what I mean, congratulations to Mr. Isaac Wright. He was incarcerated for a long time, man. You know what I mean? For a long time, man. He just getting out of jail, man. It was a wrongful conviction. It was a wrongful conviction. You know what I mean? And he home, man. And I think it's his father. I think his father was just released. Let me get in there before I get into that story. Before I get in that story, let me see. Hold up. Let me get in this, man. Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, man. I'm trying to get back in the algorithm. You know what I mean? Hold up. Is 50 gonna do a movie on him? But yeah, man, Young Thug, man, he gonna beat that joint, bro. It's messed up, the Thug, all this shit. I know everybody been telling y'all. You know what I mean? Now, like, I know everybody been telling y'all that, you know, he gonna beat it, man. But I knew, usually when they got a case and lock up a bunch of people like that, they usually have a hot motherfucker on a case, and motherfuckers don't go to trial. And I feel like Thug and a lot of his co-defendants choosing to go to trial, so that's what's making it harder on the state's attorney. When y'all choose to go to trial and the crew say, yo, we going to trial and we going to sit this out and we ain't on no hot shit, then they don't really have a case because they got to pull all the evidence out. They got all their rats got to come out and all this shit. And she just saying it's a black woman too. And she won't give up, man. You know the sister's going to fight. You know what I mean? You know the sister's going to fight, man. The sister's going to fight. The sister's going to fight 100%. And make it happen. You know what I mean? But shit. That's a tough motherfucking fight to be fighting. You know what I mean? I can't lie to you. You know? Like, if I was Thug, I'd be pissed off. Because the worst matter of it, he had somebody that's supposed to be his friend or like family. And then a lot of these motherfuckers, I don't know, man, if Thug was looking out for a lot of these niggas, but that's no reason to tell on nobody. But I think Thug is really going through a thing of cruel and unusual punishment. I think Thug I think this case should have been thrown out a long time ago. I think they playing with him for some type of book deals, publishing deals, and coming and talk about the case. You know what I mean? I feel like it's just so many things that I feel like ain't going right for Thug. You know what I mean? And I feel like the man should have a second chance. You know what I mean? The man been doing this thing, holding his water, and standing on business, and I feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like he should be released. I feel like they don't have no evidence. You know what I mean? Woody fucked their case up. And when I'm here to tell you, when they drop that case, I'm going to tell you something, buddy. I'm going to tell you something really, 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 really good. When they drop that case, Woody ain't going to be making the money no more. All those little rats, all those little guys that teamed up on Thugger and told on him is going to be messed up. You know what I mean? A lot of them ain't going to be making no money, man. And, you know, that state's attorney need to be put out of office. Whoever the boss state's attorney is, whoever the lead prosecutor that run that state's attorney office in Georgia, sitting there watching that trial, and it's fucking despicable. It make me want to stay far, 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 far away as I can from Georgia. I'm not going to lie to you. Georgia just ain't the place for me. Georgia ain't for nobody, because the type of games that they play in Georgia, I wouldn't want to play them games nowhere. Georgia is vicious, man. You know what I mean? Georgia is vicious, man. Georgia is vicious, man. It's one of the most vicious places in the world, I think. Places like Georgia, Boston, you know what I mean? But you would think that Atlanta's the black Hollywood, and I'm not trying to say that people from Atlanta the state should let black people get away with murder, but it definitely should be some justice down that motherfucker. It definitely shouldn't be some type of crimes like that whole office need to be put under investigation. If they doing it, how many other people they did this shit to that just didn't have the money like Thug and wasn't, and you know, the publicity that the case got and the national recognition and being on court TV and all that. You know what I mean? They playing a vicious game in that courtroom. They playing a vicious game in that courtroom, and I'm just so happy that the judge, you know, got on business and got on business and did what he needed to do. You know what I mean? That's what I'm happy about. You know what I mean? I'm happy that he got on top of business, and I'm glad he got the money and the means, yo, to fight that shit, yo, because if he didn't, bro, he be in a slew of trouble. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. If he didn't, bro, he be in a slew of trouble, bro. He be in a slew of trouble, bro, because these people vicious down there. They down there, they doing this is crazy. It gotta be it gotta be one of the weirdest things that I ever seen in my life. It has to be one of the weirdest cases I ever seen in my life, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. And it's like, damn, it's not even a white prosecutor doing this. This is what makes it crazy. It's not even a white prosecutor doing this. This is a whole this is our people doing this and standing on this business. That's what's tripping me out. It's our people that's doing this and standing on business. I can't rock out with that. That's different. That's different when you got your the people that you love and you're a part of a culture that's crucifying you like 90% of the judges I've been in front of been white judges and white prosecutors. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. A lot of the ones that I've been in front of have been white, so I expect them to do something crazy. And anytime it was like a black judge, they did what they supposed to do, but they, had a little bit more sympathy than a white judge. That's just law. That's just law. That's just law here. That's just law. That's just law. 1,000%. That's just law. But man, I think this man Young Thug is being railroaded. He's being railroaded in the public eye. So I think all them dudes like down Atlanta, man, gotta get their shit together. You know what I'm saying? Free Long Way, free all the guys that's booked down there. But man, that's some crazy shit, man. And you definitely welcome home to Isaac Wright. You get what I'm saying? Man, a lot of dudes, Larry Hoover too, man. That's some news too. Larry Hoover was just in court too, and come back to court in October in a few weeks. Waiting on a ruling from the judge to see can he get the second act joint that a lot of these dudes that's been locked up a long time that's getting the second act. It's called the second act, I think. And I think it's crazy. You know what I mean? I think the second act, and Larry Hoover trying to get the second act on his life sentence, man. He's 70-some years old, man. 73 years old, if I'm not mistaken. And they waiting for the judge to rule on that. Larry Hoover, letting them know that he ain't the same person, and the prosecutors trying to stay still, run the GDs. I'm like, man, how you gonna run the GDs in ADX? If you in ADX, just imagine that. You are in ADX. You in ADX. 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 And the judge, and you've been locked up since 95. 29 years, going on 30 years. Larry Hoover been locked up. Well, he might have been locked up longer. You know what I mean? But Larry Hoover been locked up since 95, if I'm not mistaken. And man, they still hold, and then he been in ADX type shit. You feel me? He been in ADX, like, real talk. Like, he been at ADX during this time. Like, I can't believe it, bro. I can't believe it, bro. I can't believe it, man. They was doing that shit to niggas back in the day. Like, everybody say it's gonna be law. Everybody say it's gonna be this and that. But, I say, man, come on, man. Come on, the way these dudes being crucified on television reminds me of the Willie Lynch syndrome. What they say, man, crucified man, they tie a black man to two horses and rip them apart. That's what we saying with P. Diddy. That's what we saying with Taxstone. That's what we saying with Casanova. That's what we saying with Shotty and them. That's what we saying. Dudes getting washed up for stuff that they shouldn't even be washed up for. Point blank period. Dudes getting washed up for things they shouldn't get washed up for, man. And like I said, man, to bring you back, man, the Young Thug Rico case is falling apart. Young Thug's going to get out of prison. And I think the judge going to call a mistrial. What y'all think? I think the judge going to call a mistrial. Real talk. The judge going to call a mistrial. Man, shout out to my brother Rome, MORE RAWDOPE Podcast, for tapping in. You get what I'm saying? We got to get busy. That's right. We definitely going to win. We going up. Share this video, though. Share this live right now, man. I got to get back in the elder room. I know I've been slacking. You know what I mean? But I'm going to vibe with y'all for a hot second. You know what I mean? I'm feeling a little under the weather. But like I said, man, Young Thug case is falling apart. And this is why. The prosecutor making up shit as she go. A lot of those witnesses getting up on the stand, recanting their statements, making her look like a fool. The case should have been thrown out, I think, months ago. And I think that it's coming to an end. The judge ain't gonna keep going for this because it's gonna make the judge look crazy. The lead prosecutor, black woman. And I think the state's attorney for Atlanta, black woman. The same one that's prosecuting Donald Trump. You know what's gonna happen when he get in office. When Donald Trump get in office, if he get in office, he's stopping that thug shit. If Thug's still locked up when Donald Trump get in office, he's stopping that thug shit. Hell no. Because that thug shit is just cruel and unusual punishment. I think he under that guidelines, just being held with a bud, still not trying to give him a bail after all this time, going to court every day like shit. She might as well get a man a bond and let the man fight it from the streets. You know what I mean? She might as well throw it out and let the man get another shot at it because she is bluffing. You know what I mean? That prosecutor bluffing, bro. That prosecutor, there's a lot of little technical files in that shit. There's a lot of technical files in that shit, man. There's a lot of technical files. But like I said, man, this rat shit is, you know, the telling stuff, man. Like, we know what Thug trial that made the judge, they moved him off the case. And a lot of these people is going to be telling this young Thug story, man. That's what's just going to be funny, man. Man, the media has made, that law and TV, law and crime made millions off this man. You know, his co-defendants is telling making millions. Gunner home making millions. Woody home busting moves. Everybody home busting moves, man. But my man Thug, man. Everybody home busting moves with Thug. Thug got it bad, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. Thug got it bad. Thug got it bad. And they say, man, Diddy refusing jail food. He think they gonna poison him. You know what I mean? Diddy playing the hunger strike game. Playing the hunger strike. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't blame the man for not eating that shit. That man ain't never been locked up. That's some hard shit to just digest and eat. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. He can't eat that shit. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. Hold up. Say explode, let me see. Hold up. She definitely laid it on her. Let me give my man up there. But I got one thing that y'all gotta listen to, man. Y'all gotta listen to if y'all ain't, cause I was trying to play this, right, for people, and then I ain't had no real move. I want y'all to listen to this dude, FBG Butter. Phone conversation with Big U. With DJ U. You know what I mean? DJ UTV. Butter.
Love y'all. Good night.
Butter. Love you too. Butter. Said J-Main sniffing cold. Butter and J-Main beefing. You know what I mean? Butter done put the gun on the girl. Butter done straight up said, "Won this gun." You know what I mean? Oh, man. You know what I mean? They make these vlogs saying Butter can't tell. No. Butter, niggas ain't heard that conversation. But I'm going to play a little bit of this conversation with Butter on DJ UTV. You know what I mean? Called DJU up. I guess DJU sent him some money or something. Gave it to him. But that boy ain't learned this lesson yet. But FBG Butter ain't learned his lesson yet, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But
Hold up. I'm gonna start from the beginning of this. Y'all tell me what y'all think.
I'm a brown trucking.
Y'all tell me what y'all think. The boy FBG Butter calls it DJU TV. Calls in the DJU TV and he's talking about his case over the phone. You know what I mean? First he tough as a motherfucker, and then he get to being him. There it is.
Yeah, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, God has been armed individuals, you know, most of the maximum.
It's
they
Butter.
Really maximum power 30 or 10, but I'm gonna get my other case. That shit beat, man. Cause I beat it in preliminary. So what? I think I'm not gonna beat it in trial. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
So once I get that throughout, they gonna have to bring me. They gonna have to rock you, talk about like rock them, but they gonna have to make lesser. They gonna have to bring them lesser. I'll probably be UW by 7, 2 to 5. You know what I'm saying? When it gets this turn, that's how they put it. 3 and 7. You know what I'm saying? When it gets this turn, that's the most. But I got a dog ass too. I ain't gonna lie, like this man. I ain't gonna lie, this man, he a fucking dog on bro. Like his rap sheet, when it comes to this shit, he do paid lawyers. Cause my county lawyer Jonathan, you know, Mr. Goldman, sweaty he don't play, man. I think what he been doing, I've really been beating cases since I got on house arrest 2 years ago. Like I've been smacking up into anytime I get wrapped up in some shit, he going in that bitch beat that shit. And I ain't got no police helping me, man. I heard them talk about I got a lifetime of immunity. That shit sounds to be impossible, man. No, I got immunity for the shit that I've done in the past, not the shit that I'm doing in the present. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I go wrong at.
so okay, man.
It's out of control.
I'm not gonna lie.
The boy say he got immunity for shit he done in the past, not nothing he done in the future. The boy say he got immunity for shit he did in the past, nothing in the present. There you go.
That really, they did that to try to cut my image, man. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't do nothing to get a judge a reason to deny me a bond or goddamn it, or give me quick trial or anything like that. So, you know, right now I got a new lawyer. We fight through this shit, man. I slipped up, man. You know what I'm saying? End up not being aware of my or the people I have around me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't go back to a young woman as bad as I want to, because at the same time she still fighting the case too. You feel me? They ain't bad to her, they bad to me. So, but Shorty ass ain't right on Cuba, because
Told you, here you go. Listen, y'all.
I wouldn't have no problem with him. I wouldn't even have Shorty going through this shit with me on Cuba. I would have took responsibility for that shit. But due to the fact that, you know, I'm a man, my background, my history, on Cuba, they put that shit on me, but I can always depending on Kyrie. That shit wasn't mine, boy. And I ain't just saying that shit because I'm on fighting this case. I'm stupid, so that shit wasn't that bitch was scratched up. That bitch was blinked up, sir. I'm stupid. That bitch was blinked up, man. I'm on part of it.
Dang!
The
The boy said that bitch was blipped up on Tuka.
I broke my jaw, fractured my elbow, because I had 186.
You ain't let the water run for a little
and
bit?
I had 52 stitches in my
You ain't let it run for a little bit?
From my thumb, from my fingernail, and to the
You
front
ain't
of
let it
my
run
thumb.
for a little
And I
bit?
ended up breaking my thumb. Broke my
Can you let it run for a little bit?
fractured my elbow.
All this when you had crashed into the wall.
Thank.
Yeah, I think I broke my elbow.
So basically, FBG Butter saying, he was crying in the police station because he crashed a car, he broke his jaw, and he broke his finger. You know what I mean? That's why he was crying. But right here on the DJU TV, they tell you this phone call is being pre-recorded. He straight shade on the phone call Shorty was blicked up. First he said I ain't gonna say nothing about Shorty because she got the case too. Then he say Shorty was blicked up. Like FBG Butter going crazy. I wonder if they gonna put his trial on TV. You get what I'm saying? I wonder if they gonna put his trial on TV. But he already saying it wasn't his joint. You get what I'm saying? And then he get to talking about the marries and stuff like that. I mean, this thing is, you know, these dudes is different. You know what I mean? These dudes is different, man. Like I said, man, young Thug Rico trial, man, that shit being thrown to smithereens. You know what I mean? Welcome home to Ozzy Wright. You know what I mean? And listen, the boy FBG Butter incriminated the case over the phone. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just seen it with I'm listening to it. Y'all gonna hear more. It's on DJU TV. You can go check out the whole joint. But DJU and them boys is crazy. Thank you. Thank you. Had to get a big cup of that stuff, that water. But he in a police station crying. And the reason why he said he was crying is because
This me,
Here you go.
This me got with a sober mind. You hear DJU, bro?
Right.
You know, I'm lying, man. My shit ain't sober, man. Y'all know I'm off these 9 hours and 10 tanks in this bitch on job. As soon as I get to this shit, I get my fight.
that's crazy.
Hey, so in the video that we see of you crying, because I know you said you broke your hand, your jaw, your thumb, your elbow, all type of shit. Were you high on drugs in that video or what?
Man, I was still woozy, shorty. I was out there.
He about to say he was off a date break drug now.
Remember the shit as soon as I was down on the phone earlier, and my mom and my sister and my lady, everybody was just telling me like, damn, they was telling me about the shit and I'm like, shit. Really thinking about the shit that I'm going through right now. Thinking that I'm on a blended diet inside this bitch on fire, man. And my jaw broke. I'm talking. My thumb. I just got my stitches took out like 4 days ago from my thumb and my elbow. You know what I'm saying? If they leaking out the fix the footage and shit, tell them to leak the footage when I was in the hospital too then. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Tell them to go look at my hospital record. Tell them to look at the x-ray on my jaw. My jaw cracked. Tell them to look at the x-ray on my elbow. How my elbow popped up in my thumb was just a hold up. My thumb was just hurt. My right thumb was just pointed left, man, from the tip. You see, I myself out.
And what's this, a purple gown they had you in?
Yeah, man, I was getting out the hospital, short. I was fresh out the hospital, blood.
Okay, yeah, because I ain't never seen no purple gown
So,
before.
I mean, I was fresh out the hospital, DJ. You hear me?
Yeah.
They cut my mirrors off me on Thursday. When I got locked up, I had on red on, gray mirrors being on my brother, and a white chrome rod, white, red, and yellow chrome rod shirt, gang.
Yeah.
I was in there deep around with the jail. And my shit was fake like mom from 1700. This shit, I was tired of those fake ass niggas you know, man. This is fake as hell, man. You don't see that flat shit in cuz.
I ain't gonna lie, buddy. You do be fresh
This
as
man,
hell, bro.
this
I'm
man,
trying to go on you with the...
This man in jail facing 30 years in prison out in California talking about a Mary Janes. You know what I mean? That boy gonna do what he gotta do. I ain't even gonna say he ain't hold you. That boy gonna do what he gotta do. I ain't that's ridiculous to me, man. That's ridiculous.
Proud of them bitches. You know what I'm saying? I'm all trying to make it seem like I was stuff and I couldn't afford it. Shit that they be rocking. You know what I'm saying?
Like, this man crazy, bro.
I rock the same clothes and they know I be the same hoes. The folks want to make fun of them. Crying shit like, I ain't Superman. I'm a human being. I'm not an AI. I'm not a robot. So I'm a human being. I'm a super. I got a broken toe. Fractured elbow and a broken thumb. Anybody who going through some shit like that, don't cry, gang. And if you ain't crying, you one strong one. And anybody who said they wouldn't have been crying, they alive, man. You know what I'm saying? You is mighty, man. Oh, bro. I heard my trying to make fun of the situation and whatever. But ain't no niggas gonna make me cry on Twitter, because I make a lot of them niggas, yeah, a lot of them commenting on that video on 3 hours, beat the fuck out of them, make them cry personally.
Man got a gun charge. That's what he said.
With my hands, I break one of their face. You see me? Like a lot of their ass waited time went to jail to everyone to speak on me. Like they may get started to be weird as hell on Twitter.
Here you go.
How you sit down with a nigga who said Big Cloud gang? You sit down with Batman and you got a whole interview about me. That's some fucking ass shit on my dead father. Like, Big man, you so coked out your mind that you ain't even paying attention, man. You burning real bridges on 4th grade, shorty. But that's it. Look. Folks got to slow down on putting that Adderall and that cocaine in his nose on Tuba, folks. You feel me? Maybe he'll come to his senses when he stops throwing his nose, gang, on the boat. Yeah, but that's the difference between me and Twitter. On Twitter, I'm really for real, gang. On Kyra, I never sit on the internet and try to bash my homies for no motherfucking views or none of that shit, gang. Because if you my dog, that's all we got, gang. On my brother here, the shorty ass is in a pistol, and they took anything from him. I'm tired. I help them build that shit. On 4th grade, even though I didn't agree with a lot of that shit we was doing, I still did. I'm like, man, let me get my brothers out. You see, I went out there.
He talking about J-Man, y'all. He taking about J-Man, FBG Butter, jail call. Telling. He's telling.
You ran off with a lot of niggas' money was all us jumping in shit, trying to figure this YouTube shit out. We went to you, bro, and your ass is taking all our bread. Me, Monte, Trigger. Just a couple more, like, like you really was making money off us and wasn't paying us, wasn't making sure we ate none of that shit no more. And when he just got
you talking about J-Man.
I still roll with him. You see me? I still hit his back. You see me? But I'm saying I get on the phone and my phone right here, J-Man listen. J-Man did that like you moving like a hot gang. You ain't moving like the nigga I was just with every day or every other day, gang. You ain't moving like I was just with you and your brother on a daily basis before I could cut this cake, gang. You moving like you an enemy. That shit weird as hell, though. But I ain't, at the end of the day, DJ, bro, I ain't really tripping off this shit, man. I don't fuck, bro. You know, they say when niggas go to jail, man, they open your eyes to who real and who ain't. The ones who for you and the ones who trying to come up on your off your name. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm just to get right here trying to deal with worldwide entertainment, worldwide hustle entertainment. And I got a lot of them either. They count my pocket before I even sign my deal.
This man got caught with a gun in California. This is what he's talking about over a jail call. FBG Butter.
I'm really passionate folks in life. How the fuck signing the contract before y'all live? You feel me? And I ain't signing for no patent shit on both. 500K to a go. On both. And then they say, Mom, 1,700 contracts. That's why this is the nigga that say you gonna smack me on duck when I catch him and smack me on folks. You better have a gun. On my brother. Niggas can't fuck with me. Niggas better have they gun. You better have it tight. Because the niggas, I know niggas can't fight. And I love to fight, bro. That's my favorite part. To do I'm a man on Twitter. I catch you, I'm gonna stretch you out. And I play with Big 2 on 4 ways. You know I like to shoot, so niggas just gotta be prepared. You said I be wearing fake mirrors on Kyrie. He signed to a label, and all he do is wear fake mirrors, man.
Man, I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more, y'all. That's the boy FBG Butter. He got locked up in California for a gun charge and some other stuff. And yeah, man. You know, it's different. And right here, man, like I told y'all, man, early on, Larry Hoover back in court, man. And, you know, he just testified from ADX, you know what I'm saying? The first time, you know, old man been in court in a while, man. This is what was going on, man. I'm going to play a little bit of this for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? Hey, Young Thug trial is getting thrown away, man. That RICO case is getting blown, man. The state's attorney don't got no power behind they punch, man. And, you know, FBG Butter, man, on the phone call, on the jail call with DJU, telling. He's telling, bro. Like, he's really telling. He's dry snitching. And it's sad. It's sad, bro. It's sad, bro. Like, yo, you facing 30 years in prison if you don't cooperate. And then this is the conversation on a recording call that you having. Butter ain't learned his lesson, bro. Butter ain't learned his lesson, and that's the narrative that is being painted out here nowadays, and it's tough, man. I trip off this shit, man. I gotta get back into the interviews and get back into a few things that we got going on. But god damn it, man, covering this shit, man, you see how stupid the black community is. There we go. Here we go. This is Larry Hoover, man, right here, man. 4 days ago, Larry Hoover was in court, man, trying to get that time back, man, trying to get that first act, that first act joint, that first act step. And, yeah, what I mean? They had him in court. Here it is.
Seeking early release from multiple life sentences, a special program passed by Congress known as the First Step Act, in some cases allowing early release for certain rehabilitated prisoners. Wearing a tan long-sleeve shirt, glasses, and a gray beard, a shackled Larry Hoover in Florence, Colorado, appearing on the monitors in a Dirksen federal courtroom here in Chicago, the 73-year-old founder of the notorious Gangster Disciples street gang, testifying from the ADX Supermax prison in Colorado. I'm a completely different person than the man who went to prison in 1997, Hoover said in a low voice. I'm very reflective here at ADX. You're locked up at least 21 hours a day. I have no desire to run the GDs or to be involved in any criminal activity. I'm past that part of my life. But the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Illinois vehemently opposing the early release of Hoover, arguing that he still asserts leadership when it comes to the Gangster Disciples, also known as the GDs. In the courtroom, federal prosecutor Julia K. Schwartz arguing that Hoover's done more damage to the city of Chicago than any defendant that's come through here before. In today's government filing, the United States of America versus Larry Hoover, aka the chairman and the king, the feds arguing, quote, Hoover has well earned his life sentence and he is not the type of defendant Congress intended to benefit in enacting the First Step Act. Indeed, if he were sentenced today, Hoover would receive the same mandatory life sentence. But after today's hearing, Larry Hoover's loved ones and attorneys, along with many supporters, arguing that Hoover is a changed man and can do much good if he's released.
It was good to hear his voice. It sounds like, to me, he was a bit nervous, but, it's his life that he's dealing with.
He is not associated with the gang and hasn't been for many, many decades. But he probably has some insights into how we can make life better for young people so that they don't turn to gangs.
Man, free Larry Hoover, man. That man been locked up since 97. I thought it was 95. Man, been in prison since 97. I thought he'd been in prison longer than that. But, they say, I guess he caught the sentence in 97. But, man, the man been locked up so goddamn long that I'm like, man, let the man go. The man's 70-some years old. The man's 70-some years old, man. The man's 70-some years old. And just like, this is a media frenzy. Like, we seen what happened to Young Dolph. That was on this week. Young Thug trial. Larry Hoover in court. Diddy on a hunger strike. Man, the internet is just banging with black people news, African American news, people of color, whatever you want to identify yourself at. We hotter than a motherfucker, but it's not nothing to do with money. It's not nothing to do with land. It's not nothing to do with success. There's so much negative going on with our celebrities that college students, grade students that got Albert, brains bigger and smarter than Malcolm X. Rest in peace to Malcolm X. The little kids that talk like Martin Luther King, 11 years, you know what I'm saying? And we can't look at none of the beautiful things that's going on in the culture because the media, everything is flooded with the bullshit. And you gotta cover it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really a person into covering the fuck shit, but lately, I've been having to tap in on a whole nother level. You know what I mean? I've been having to tap in on a whole nother level, and and doing this research and watching this shit, man, this shit is devastating. I can't even keep up on it. Man, I see it going on, but I can't keep up on it, man, because it's just, after a while, it's nerve-wracking because, damn, like, potentially YouTube channel could take off, and sometimes it's about the negative things in the culture. When you sharing music and doing the cool shit to try to, just show love to your people, man, you know what I'm saying? We gotta get advertising and, you know, pay for promotion with those videos. And you talk about current events and what's going on. I mean, I guess that's what vlogging and, you know, journalism all about. But God Almighty, you know what I mean? I said, man, you know, this week coming up, I have to start finding out what's going on in other cultures to cover. I just don't want my whole, you know, catalog based on the negative things that's going on in our community, man. It's really devastating. You know what I mean? That young Dolph trial, man, that shit is getting over with. Then once they came to court, that's, I guess, the state of Memphis, like Maryland. They don't play no whole bunch of games. They ain't ready to do no whole bunch of media frenzy. You know, they give you enough stuff that you could just edit. You know what I mean? Shorty got life. Straight Drop got life. You know what I mean? He said they all turned against him. You know what I mean? He let him throw away the keys before he eat the cheese. That was Straight Drop statement. I let him throw away the keys before I eat the cheese. You know what I mean? So I wonder what the rest of them guys gonna get out the deal, because it all will be public. But that first guy, that other shooter that took the stand, I know it was over for Straight Drop right then and there. You knew it was over, but you know he stood like a man. And hey, when you in the streets and you playing this game, you only got one choice, man, in life: stand like a man, man. That's all you can do. That's all you can do is stand like a man and focus and do what you got to do. But we are seeing our celebrities crumble as we speak. Like, we seeing a lot of celebrities we seeing more negative shit than positive shit, man. And that's it, man. This week I'm gonna try to cover some negative shit for some other cultures, but also, man, I'm gonna cover some albums, some hip hop, and some things that's going on that's positive, and not try to just flood the channel with all the shit that we want to see. I might have to talk about the shit that we want to see and hear, but I don't want to flood the channel crazy with it. You know what I mean? I don't want to get crazy with it. You know what I mean? I want to just keep some type of flow going. But, man, hey, listen, man, I thank y'all for tapping in, man. Hey, listen, man. Young Thug trial is going to get a mistrial. I don't think the judge is going to sit around much longer and play these games that they playing in court, that they playing with Thug. I don't think they're going to sit around much longer and allow that. That ain't going to work. That ain't going to work at all. I can honestly say that. That ain't going to work. You know what I'm saying? I think if the trial's gonna go into October, I think it should be mistrial for Thug in October. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think it should be. It just can't go on. Thug joint just can't keep going on. We gotta do it. But like I said, them people down Memphis ain't play no games. Them people in Memphis got them boys in that courtroom and knocked them out the park for sure. I ain't gonna hold you. And that boy FBG Butter, man, he is on that telephone going crazy. A lot of dudes get knocked off while they in jail because they forget that the people tell you how stupid it is to get locked up on the jail phone when they telling you literally, the phone is pre-recorded. The phone is pre-recorded. It is pre-recorded. Whether they listening to it or not, they got it. Anytime they want, they can go back and listen to that phone conversation. Listen to all your phone conversations for a day and knock you off. That's a possibility every day. Every day. And that boy FBG Butter with that fresh gun charge is on that phone going crazy. Y'all make sure y'all check that out on DJ UTV. I just covered a little bit. And everybody keep their fingers crossed and their prayers up for Larry Hoover, man. Larry Hoover, I think he deserved that first act. You know, that First Step Act. And I think he should get his freedom again. He's 73 years old, man. And I think Thug should be free, man. You know what I mean? Along with a lot of my friends and family that's incarcerated. Their cases ain't get publicized. I guess a lot of cases that should be publicized will never get publicized because they know they doing some bullshit. A lot of cases that should be publicized, you know what I mean? I'm glad that some of these cases are publicized because you can learn a lot from these cases. You know what I mean? But just always seeing our people and our people being the most viewed and the most watched is just a sickening. It becomes sickening. It becomes really, really overwhelming. It becomes really, really stressful in the culture, man. I don't know why, man, but I can't handle it. You know what I mean? It's some bullshit. But listen, man, make sure y'all hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, man. And listen, man, tap in. I'm trying to get in the algorithm. Make sure, man, that you tap into the channel, man, and buy some merch, man. Purchase a merch, t-shirt, hat, whatever, man. Tap in, man. Raw Dope Podcast, man. We on.